we make the commitment, never get on our watch. You know what I'm saying? Well, the only options in life they give us is to become a Boy Scout or a banker. Wow. If that's your cup of tea, so be it. We want to relate to, I got some, not role models, but some real models. Yes, all right. Defense Captain Mark Clark. Yes, Deputy Minister of Defense Bunchy Carter. What? Yes, Deborah Johnson. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Man, comrades, people that come from our community, y'all, who we can relate to, who have problems, who got issues, you know what I'm saying? But say, I'm finna deal, that the party line and a basic mathematical summation is that what? That the whole is bigger than the part. Yes, the whole is bigger than the part. You know what I'm saying? I tell guys, you know, I got a different, my favorite color is a different color, but the party colors, I say, that's what gets me, that's what keeps, that structure, that's something to believe in. Yes, sir. The sister told me, she said, I watched that piece with your mother. And her husband was sitting right there, she telling me this. She said, I don't know how to say this. She said, I can't see myself covering down over nobody like that. The bullets coming out. And it's no slight on her. These children, now, you know what I'm saying, to be deprived of something that you can believe in, something you know, that you can have some input in, but again, it's gonna keep on moving also, don't get it twisted, because the world does not revolve around you. But to be able to put a dent in history, they shoot up Chairman Fred Hampton tombstone right, let me stop, I'm gonna be vague about this shit, law enforcement. Yes, sir. Shoots up Chairman Fred Hampton's tombstone every year down in Haynesville, Louisiana. We had some struggles. When I come around, I said, well, we need to raise some money to get that tombstone resurfaced. I said, we're trying to get them to raise money to save the house. We got cases we want, fighting all type of shit. I said, also, we want that to be, that the world to see that. Mm-hmm. Now, why this man is dead, technically. He's still shaking their asses up from the grave.
Straight up.
He's still shaking their ass up from the grave. You know what I'm saying? If we forgot, they ain't forgot.
Right.
You say, long live Chairman Fred.
Long live Chairman Fred.
You say, long live Defense Captain Mark Clark.
Long live Defense Mark Clark.
We not only pay our respects, we pay our disrespects.
Yes, on everything.
We not only pay our respects, we pay our disrespects.
Straight up.
When Cook County State's Attorney Edgar Hoover died, yeah, we mandatory. We went to go pay our, yeah, we was there. Yeah. His son come up at the funeral, man, hold on, this is my father. Okay, we in the right place then. We couldn't see pigs. We couldn't see pigs in the blanket, goddamn.
Straight up. Straight up.
And if you tripping, you think it's just a black and white thing. So we practice equal rights for real. When James Gloves Davis, the Negro pig in here, at his funeral.
Straight up.
Google that shit. It's on YouTube. When you go pay our disrespect to that motherfucking funeral.
Straight up. Fuck you.
And when the police pulled me over 2 days later, talking about, man, that was some fucked up shit y'all did. Fucked up shit I did. What the fuck that shit? Fucked up shit he did. Y'all did.
Right. Say it.
When it come to this situation, then we gotta have memories like Kenyan elephants, y'all. Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never.
I know we got a lot of things to do. The mother conference, did we do the virtual tour? We did right on. So again, y'all, when you have an opportunity to have a comrade here that was there, you ain't gotta suffice for no motherfucking fictional ass books for no other motherfucker. But you, motherfuckers around me called me, did you know such and such? Where'd you read that fictional ass shit at? Or such and such. You better get them quoting the Inquirer magazine to me see what you talking about. I'm telling you, we got a living legend. We got to live right here. That was here. That is here. We got a family that's here, y'all, that we connected and been connected. Because the crazy thing is, same system that's to divide us and try to bring us, you know what I'm saying, help bring us back together. We got a lot of things to do, y'all. I know we got them donation buckets around here, so y'all run from them buckets either. Run see down there out here? Okay, so make sure we okay. And if you want to be symbolic, we won't have no thing that you drop $50 in there for the 50 year. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We still fighting to save and maintain the Hampton House. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They still coming at us. They still talking. But we gonna still keep on fighting. Right on?
Right on.
So Chairman Fred said, "Goddamn, you can kill a revolution, but you cannot kill a revolution. You can run a freedom fight out of the country, but you cannot run a fight for freedom out of the country. You may jail liberated, but you cannot jail a fight for liberation." I'm Can't try to debate me the other day about the speech. Tell me, no, so, oh, shit. I said, I tell me like her mother tell the Lord's Prayer. I know that, but I know that speech, man. Shit, I know this shit. This politics helped keep me alive 9 years inside them concentration camps. There's a joke they make about me in the penitentiary. They say, man, Chairman Fred, he go to the Muslim service, Hebrew service, disciple meeting, stone meeting, and still come out Chairman Fred. I say, I don't recommend anybody do it, because some people can't eat Chinese food without getting confused. I'm clear who I am. I'm clear about this politics.
On everything.
And we don't engage in a dogma type of way, y'all.
Right.
We love y'all. The people are the ingredient. Like you cooking the cake, you say, well, I ain't got this. I got to balance it out with some more eggs and more milk. With revolution, certain things you can take out of it. Without the people, it ain't happening.
Yes, sir.
Like I can't say, I don't get no fuck with the motherfucking thing without the people.
That's right.
It ain't happening.
Yes, sir, Chairman.
You may do some hell of a shit by yourself. And Minister UEP News said you must distinguish a revolutionary from a hero. A hero does something, you say, wow, that was some hell of a shit my man, or the lady did.
Yeah.
But you can't relate to it. The Black Panther Party, revolutionaries, you can relate to, you can emulate that shit. I can engage in that. I can work with helping feed 3500 children a week. My auntie doing that. I know my cousin was demoralized. You know I ain't say no dope fiend, I ain't say no strawberry. Demoralized.
Yes, sir.
Now, watch the terms we use.
Yes, sir. Teach him, Chairman.
Watch the terms, everything is political, including words, terms, fashion, music, everything is
Political.
Everything is
Political.
And distinguish politics from electoral politics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With the flyers coming last minute, let me, okay, we get, how we going to, yeah.
Chairman. D-Lo, you got that paperwork for the people in the front? Paperwork?
What's up, man?
Release.
Okay, yeah. Also, it's for those who be on this film, it's some release forms y'all got to sign. This is we call a propaganda bomb in the good way. We working this here is gonna be some footage, y'all, tied into this movie that they working, you know what I'm saying, that we working on, you know what I'm saying. And believe me, it's been tug and pull, back and forth, you know what I'm saying, struggles. But we try to find innovative ways to get the word out, y'all, because Ministry of People, how people don't read as much as we like for them to read, though. Yeah. Okay, so the whole thing. We got it. There's a strategy to this, we got it. Yeah. Stand right here. Free them all. Okay, let me, huh? Yeah. Okay, Clark, give me somebody else. Okay. For the Defense Captain Mark Clark family, I need for the Move family also in the meantime. I need a representative right here too. Then somebody from the Defense Captain Mark Clark family I need up here. Hey. Heads up, eyes open.
Yes, sir.
Heads up, eyes open, fist clench. Y'all know how we do this to y'all.
Yes, sir, Chairman.
When you go to Chicago, don't be talking about getting, you want to see this, the different Trump Towers, so on and so forth. You make sure you come see Ground Zero.
Absolutely.
Philadelphia, they call it Philadelphia. We got to know about, man, the Move family. Y'all, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about, and man, hey, Minister Confrontation Pam Africa, she couldn't be a, she's, man, all these forces, man, who I've been honored to be on the battlefield with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, Chairman. That's right, Chairman.
Man, we still fighting to get the Move 9 back out here. We still fighting for Mumia Bujuwan and so many others, you know what I'm saying? And, man, and a lot of times people say when they get out, let me get myself together, you know, so I get things to do, you know, keep my life together, so on and so forth. These forces, I'm talking about, man, decades locked up, decades.
Yes, sir.
Come out, hit the ground, no questions asked, you know what I'm saying? How can we touch down, make these connections, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, see, in battle, we don't even get to know each other, you know what I'm saying, for a while. That direct reflect, Minister UEP knew that and didn't even get to meet Field Marshal George Jackson face to face. And some sales apart from each other. But I want y'all again, make sure we know about the Move family, y'all. Make sure we know about them coming here consistently. Make sure y'all know what the connection. Make sure when we talk about Philadelphia, that we remember dates like August 8th, 1978, May 13th, 1985. We remember these dates. They don't stick, you know what I'm saying? Like out of America, we know about these different holidays. Know about these dates that will happen to our people, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Janine, Africa, of the Move family, y'all, is here with us, y'all. Right on. And we got Janet, who's another Move man. These forces, y'all, no questions asked, come make a touchdown with us. Man. Still, you know what I'm saying? And these are some of the forces and some of the war stories that we relate to that say still sharp and steals and still sharp and steel and men and women sharp and men and women, y'all. But we got so many people out here, y'all, we gonna see the time though. But on the move.
All right now, on the move. On the move. When y'all say Chairman Fred Sr. would be proud. Because he carrying it on, ain't he? He carrying it on. And I'm gonna tell you, what they're saying about the assassinations and the COINTELPRO, it didn't stop in '69. All right? They came in here, they assassinated Chairman Fred Jr. and Clark. And in '77, they came to Philadelphia and they tried to assassinate the Move 9. They tried to assassinate, same thing, try to criminalize us like they did the Black Panthers. They came in there 500 police strong, automatic weapons, bulldozers, police dogs, deluge hoses, smoke bombs, tear gas, and explosives, and they attacked that house like it was the Viet Cong. They attacked that house with babies in it, breastfeeding babies, pregnant women, our animals, and innocent Move people. And when we went to court, one of the police officers said, I'm a sharpshooter, I got awards. And he said, well, what did you do on that day? He said, I heard women and children screaming. And he said, what you do? He said, I pointed my weapon in the direction of those screams, emptied it, reloaded it, emptied it again. So I'm telling you this because I don't want y'all to be under the illusion that we're alive today because of no concern from the police. They tried their damnedest to kill us. It's only because of John Africa that we are out here in front of y'all today. May 13th, 1985, they said they weren't gonna make the mistake they made in '78. They dropped a bomb on our children. 5 children and 6 adults dropped a bomb, and when our family tried to get the kids out, they shot them back in the house. Children shot them back in the house. And when they asked them why did they do that, the commissioner said because we saw the children as much as a threat as the adults. So it was deliberate, planned out, thought out. They even opened up the barricades and let our children come back into the house knowing what they had planned. So don't think that '69 was the end of COINTELPRO and their assassination plots. They planned to kill Move since 1971. You know, we even have the plans where they had buildings built up like our house, where they practiced on what they would do, what would be effective. You know, so assassinations are still going on. And it didn't stop there because they assassinating our political prisoners in prison. 1995, they killed our sister Raw Africa in jail. She went out about stomach problems and we never saw her again. 2015, they killed my husband, Phil Africa. He complained about stomach problems, and within a week, he was dead. And they even said they died under suspicious circumstances. So don't think that it's just a threat of cops, guns, bombs. It ain't. They are professionals at chemical warfare. Y'all have to understand, when we're in them prisons, we're at their mercy. They feed us, the water, everything comes from them. And if you notice the pattern, all of the real strong political prisoners, the people they saw as the leaders and the teachers are the forefront. Look at the records, check it out, they all are dying from diseases. All dying from diseases. To make no mistake about it, that's not an accident. You know, our brother Delbert now, they're trying to say, have a disease. Mumia, a disease. It's a pattern that you just trace it on back and it's the same thing. And all I'm saying this for is to show y'all that you can't rest, you can't relax, because They do it a little different these days, but it's the same thing. It's an assassination plot, not just on our lives, but like Chairman Fred said, on your minds, on your children. They taking them from you. Slowly taking them from you. But the threat is real. But the thing is, everybody got to know, don't feel hopeless, because they can tear down a house like they did here with Chairman Fred Tombstone. That's how they did our house in '78. They tore that house down to the ground because they said they didn't want it to be a rallying point for the people. They didn't want people to see how many rounds they shot in that basement. Tore up pillars in our basement where it's thousands of rounds. They bombed the house in '85 and told the firemen not to put the fire out because they wanted to burn it down to the ground. They tried to erase everything about John Africa out of people's minds. But it didn't work, just like it didn't work with Chairman Fred Hampton. It didn't work with Move and John Africa. And the seed of revolution is getting stronger, stronger. Look at the community. Look at the community. They tried for a lot of years to keep us all separated. They tried. But look, everything they did has brought us together. Brought us together, bringing everybody together. And that's what people got to concentrate on. Don't concentrate on the color of the skin. Concentrate on the person, on their actions. Because that's a trick too, that's a distraction. Conquer and divide and conquer. Don't let them put you in the mind where you look at somebody's skin color and say, I hate him, or look at somebody's skin color and say, I love him. Look at the person, what they doing. That's what John Africa teach us. We don't look at your color. We look at what you represent. And that's what everybody got to do, and realize that they don't want, it's a deliberate tactic, because unity is the most dangerous weapon that we have as a people. As a people, when you unify, this system can't stop you. They can't do nothing with you. And that's what they try to discourage. They try to keep that unity from coming together. Because of the people and the teaching of John Africa, that's why I'm standing here today. They gave me 30 to 100 years. 30 to 100 years, and told me and my family we would never see the streets again. But our family never stopped, and in their journey fighting, a lot of people came and joined on that train with them. And it just kept going and growing and growing. And a lot of people, it looked like, oh, we're not getting nowhere. But our family said, no, don't stop. And everybody just kept going and going and going. And after 10 years of hits from parole, that 11th time, they had to let us out. And it wasn't because they wanted to. It was because of the people. The power of the people. Y'all don't realize how powerful y'all are. You don't realize it, and they want you not to realize it. They want you to feel like nothing's being done. They want you to feel like it's ineffective, but don't believe it for 1 minute. Don't believe it. People are powerful, and it's just got this government scared. They scared. But you ain't got to be scared because of no violence. They scared because they know when y'all come together, there ain't nothing y'all can't do. Nothing. I'm testimony to that. I'm standing here talking to y'all after 41 years. I'm not supposed to be here according to them. You know, Chairman Fred Jr. ain't supposed to be here. Because they tried to end that too. They tried to end that. He here, and he's stronger than ever.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So there is hope, and y'all cling to that hope and work together. And we gotta throw that foolishness back in their face. Throw it back in their face. Don't let them distract y'all with all that intoxication and hate and divisiveness. Don't let them do it. Come together, and long live revolution, long live John Africa, long live Black Panther Party.
Long live!
Long live!
Move.
Move!
Permission, love, respect, y'all. I'm gonna keep this energy going. We gonna, as the Chairman Fred say, get them to feel the beat of the people. You know what I'm saying? Chairman Fred say, I'm high. He say, too proletarian, revolutionary, intoxicated to be astronomically intimidated. No, I speak fast. I'm running down one more time. Chairman Fred get them too proletariat to stay intoxicated to be astronomically intimidated. In other words, too high to people to be shook up. There's some forces like that y'all got to get to know that's out here, y'all. Those police forms again, y'all know that it's been a long time back. There's been many attempts to write some, do a piece on Chairman Fred, went back and forth, but this the closest they came, y'all. It's the closest it came, and without giving a spoiler or whatever, we want this piece to be in there to show about the continuance of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with that in regards to that. And it's we get more details about that too. But I want to make sure that we know we got some forces out here that y'all got to know about what's happening with them. I'm gonna step for a second to make sure we got this structure still going on. Is the Moon family, I got a representative, the Defense got a Mara Clark family. What I say? Anybody?
Bridget is here. Bridget is going to represent. Bridget is going to represent.
Okay, right on. We got the family, the Defense got a Mara Clark here with us, y'all. Right on?
Right on.
I said we got the family of Defense Captain Mara Clark.
Right on. Right on.
I said we got the family of Defense Captain Mara Clark here, y'all. Right on?
Right on.
We got some victims of terrorism, but fighting back victims, y'all. We got the, you know what I'm saying? We got members of the Black Panther Party that are here. We acknowledge them, you know what I'm saying? Right on?
Right on.
I see you coming, Bradley. I see you, Blair.
Joan McCarty.
Man. Joan McCarty, she in the building. Right on. Right on.
Right on.
Love, respect. Right on.
And Ruck.
Ruck. Man, hey, Ruck, there's something. Ruck is, it's a footage of the 45th year with James Clark that spoke. And man, James Clark and Ruck had spoke to Ruck still here? She still here? Ruck, I love you. Hey, soldier, y'all. I love you so much. Hey, I need a word out you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, soldier, we got some hell of forces, man, that's out here, y'all. We got the families of people, the pigs that, you know what I'm saying, gun down their children, not just in Chicago. I wish, you know what I'm saying? Not only they done sent back the former chief of LA police to Chicago. So we say fuck it, all central. We brought some forces in from LA up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? All right. These Simpson here. You know what I'm saying? Then Dorothy Holmes, Ronald Man Johnson, mama is here. Samir Rice, the fifth year after the gun down her son, Tamir Rice. She here. You know what I'm saying? I see our brother Vic Mills in the building. I see you running down in the building. You know what I'm saying? Right on. Love y'all brothers. Right on. So again, the family defense got the Mara Clark. Right on.
Right on.
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget Jackson. I am niece of Defense Captain Mark Clark. My mother is back there, my uncle is back there, I have my cousin, my son. We've come from Peoria, Illinois and Flint, Michigan. I reside in Flint. She made me take the mic today. I'm going to be really, really brief and just say, I want to say to Mother Comrade, thank you for continuing to keep the story. You know, I'm an educator, so I love stories, and that's how we can, you know, teach our youth, but to continue to keep the legacy going. And like she said, if it's nobody but a few people out here, she's been out here. If it's a large crowd, she's been out here. And so we just want to say thank you for continuing that and keeping their legacy alive. To my brother, calling my brother, I feel like we like brother and sister. Because I was only 3 years old when my uncle, Defense Captain Mark Clark, was killed. His last words to my mom was, she had a dream that he had gotten killed. And she didn't want him to go, rightfully understanding she didn't want to lose her brother. And he went anyways. And his last words was he had to go so he could make my life better. And my little cousin, we were sitting in the floor playing, we were 3 and 1. And so I want to say to everybody that's out here, as Chairman Fred just said, you can do your part. You know, we might not be great orators like him, and we might not be out there doing, you know, standing on the ground doing a lot of the major work that needs to be done. But whatever your lot is in life, and whatever your platform is, and however big your platform or how small your platform is, you have a platform to do the right thing. revolution is still going on. Again, I said I'm from Flint, Michigan. We know what happened in Flint. And so, you know, it is really, really serious. So we want to make sure that we keep, again, the legacy alive. On the behalf of the Clark family that is here today, we thank you all for continuing to do what you're doing, and the love, and especially the code. You know, y'all keep y'all Chicago win.
Black power.
She coming.
I thought I came dressed.
Hey, right on to the Clark family, y'all. In Peoria, they have events all the time. Make sure we support them. What's going on down there? I want members of the Black Panther Party. On Solidarity State, I'm gonna open up for y'all too, real quick. I'm gonna step aside. I know this interview also. Comrades, the Black Panther Party. Ruck was up here too. She's going right here.
This way.
Going this way.
To your right.
I'm saying critically.
Oh, she going right here.
Hey, you talking about giving this to help? Dark side, you know what I'm talking about? These some of the real models that I know about, unfortunately know about y'all.
Which way y'all want me to go?
Going right way.
I got it now, though.
Hands up, y'all. We got members of the Black Panther Party here. Right on?
Right on.
Right on?
Right on.
To the people.
Power to the people.
How are you? My name is
That's right.
Alhida.
Meet in the street.
I was known as Ruck when I was in the party. And being in the party, working at the free medical center was an honor. And I'm glad that I spent my life doing that. Sometimes you can't look back and say, I wish I hadn't done that. I am blessed that I got to do that. And I know that was in my nature to do that. And you know, I'm still working in the community, and I would like to express that we really need to put some influence on our youth being educated and knowing the truth of what's happening. I know in the schools right now, it's not set up that they know what is really going on, but we really need to put attention and letting our youth, our children, even some of our adults understand and know what went on, what the strategy was, because they don't understand that either. And we really need to think on that ourselves, knowing how that was set up, knowing Chairman Fred Hampton, what he represented and how he taught and how his son is teaching the same way. It seems like they were blessed. That was their mission, to say what it is, what it was, and what it will be, and what it won't be if we don't do the right thing, you know. But really, please put emphasis on getting educated, getting the youth educated. A lot of times the strategy may be, and I'm sure it is in the school system, that they don't really know what happened. They don't even know what's going on, what happened in our history. And I'm not just talking about the African American youth, I'm talking about all the youth. They need to know what's going on. Yes, sir, they really need to know what's going on. And I'm not gonna talk long. I appreciate you letting me talk, but I am honored that I got to work in the community and helping the people and treating them with dignity, like you mentioned about when they go to medical centers, treating them like they, you know, like they I don't know, somebody at the place with dogs and cats and stuff. No, I was honored to help those people, to go door to door and talk to those people and give them good information, to take those people and give them good care and see whatever their problems was, the breakfast program, all of that. I'm honored to be able to do that. And maybe that's something that I'm sure that we need to keep going. We need to keep that going so people don't be treated in a certain way, treated wrong, you know what I'm saying, treated unjust. We need to deal with that. We need to really need to, what would you say?
Black power.
We need to really deal with that. We really do. We need to address that. If we don't address that, we will be held accountable. Just remember, we will be held accountable for that.
Thank you. Right on, right on.
Right on.
Hey, y'all, I grew up on hearing, you know, real deal war stories about Ruck and so many others. Members of the Black Panther Party, statement?
Blair.
Could you make a statement about my situation?
Any statement?
Yes, hold on, I got you, sir. I got you.
You gonna make a statement too? He said members of the Black Panther Party.
This December war is different from me than all the rest. December 4th, 1969, two people who were very dear to me were murdered within my eyesight. I felt the bullets, I felt each reverberation of them. I feel them on a daily basis. This shit is serious. After December 4th, I spent almost 36 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. And I want to talk about the continuation of a revolution. It wasn't until I grew up in prison that my political analysis, the words that Chairman Fred shared with me, the last year and a half of Mark Clark's life, because he spent that with me because I was mostly in the house and on security in the office. That political analysis empowered our movement to organize in Detroit and in Michigan in an unprecedented way. In an unprecedented way. I'm not authorized to put all of that out there, but we got soldiers that's coming to some stuff that's bulletproof. It's different. Workforce development, y'all. Workforce development. 15 of you entering workforce development creates $1 million in income in our community. Number 2 of the 10-point program says that we want full employment for our people. If we evolve that to the language of the hip-hop generation, we want equity. We don't want employment alone. We want ownership of our own labor. If the 50 or 60 of us out here walked up into a trade center and got trade skills right now, we would represent $10–15 million worth of income into our community. We can organize our own co-ops. We can move our brothers off and sisters off the street. We have a plan to do that. And as I said, I'm not authorized to speak, on where that comes from, but nationally, we finna move on this. We finna take hundreds, God willing, the Almighty willing. We finna take thousands of us into the trades. 15 Panther Cubs represent $1 million in income. Hey, 15 Blackstones, 15 Vice Lords, 15 Bloods, 15 Crips. We can rebuild our own community. We're talking about revolution, we're talking about self-sustenance. And guess what? When you get a trade skill, and if you multiply that a couple times, if you do drywall and lead and asbestos and paint, you are truly free to move, because anywhere you want to go in the world, you can build for our people. And if you ain't building for our people, you are destroying us. If you're not part of the solution, you are what?
The problem.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Power.
Freedom all.
Good. Give me love, respect, comrades. Right on. Okay, we go. Oppressing, okay, then. Oppress.
Oppress. Where you go? Come on,
Good.
oppress. Oppress.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
It's good to be here today. It's good to see all you people.
I'm an organizer.
Today is a sort of hard day for me. 50 years later after the murder of Chairman Fred and Mark Clark and other Panthers, things still exist today. Ain't nothing changed. We got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. Instead of us killing each other, we gotta arm ourselves to defend ourselves, not arm ourselves to kill each other. So, like the chairman said, the beat goes on. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Okay, Brother London, okay, you can speak for you. Then
Brother London, where you been, brother?
Good.
That ain't put no work in for the party.
Okay, I think we need also, whoever got the red maroon van, the maroon van.
Khalid.
I gave it, he got
Khalid.
We good? Okay.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Free the land.
Free the land.
When I say free the land, you say by any means necessary.
Free the land.